I had a subscriber ask me what I use for analytics to track the traffic that comes to my websites. And today I'm going to show you what I use, and the answer might surprise you. Hi there. If you're new here, my name is Bruce. I've been doing SEO and digital marketing and affiliate marketing for over 10 years now. I've helped small, medium, and large businesses get more traffic and sales by having their website show up at the top of Google searches. Make these videos because I love this stuff, and hopefully you can learn something. And yeah, I'm going to show you what I use to see who is actually coming to my websites. Okay, so I'm going to start by saying I don't use much analytics anymore. Very little, almost none. I do use Search Console on most of my sites. I don't hook analytics up to most of my sites. If I'm running ads, I do, but not a whole lot of analytics stuff. But I'll show you one of the things I do use. And this is my agency site. I don't do anything with it, so I can use it for demonstration purposes. I don't build links. I don't send traffic. Is just a contact form. I don't rank for anything with it, so I can actually show you this site. So what I do use is a plugin called it's not on this site actually. So let's go to add. It's called WP Statistics. WP Statistics. Statistics. It's right here. It's free. I put this on a lot of sites. It's not great, but it's good enough. And then you go to, we need something with settings. Here we go, WP Statistics. Let's go to settings real quick. So I don't really, you might want to go in here and do some stuff. I usually don't really do anything except install it. So I just installed it, so there's not going to really be, and I use the free thing, so there's not really going to be any date. Obviously, there's no data in here because I just installed it. But what it will show you is things like the top pages that people are finding. It'll show you referrals from search engines. So you'll see if people are finding you from Google, DuckDuckGo, whatever. This plugin is how I found out on one of my sites, my water sports website. It's how I found out I was getting traffic from ChatGPT. One day I looked down and I was like, wait, what? ChatGPT? So it's a decent plugin. Now I do have, I'll show you my analytics. I do have analytics. I was surprised. So I must have set this up 2016 or something like that. I don't know. I guess they automatically did the GA4 switch because I remember I had to do that on a couple of client sites a few years ago, but I haven't messed with my own site, and like I use it for a contact form, so I don't really do anything with it. Now, so here's one thing I'll tell you. I used to do stuff with this, and back in the day, I went through and I got certified on a whole course that Google offered on analytics. And even in the course, this is back about 2016. The guy was saying, he's like, there's so much that you can get lost in analytics. It'll do so much stuff, but like that's really not moving the needle. Back then, he said this, and for years, this is what I did when I'd look at analytics. You'd focus on like source, medium, and like it was like three things. And I was looking. I don't even remember. I don't even know how to use this. For an e-com site, it might be more. You might get more out of it, but like the people I know that make a lot of money with SEO, which is it. This is what it's about, right? It's not about knowing everything about SEO. It's like, can you make enough money? Can you make as much money as you can to provide for your family and your company and your employees? It's about making money, right? the people I know that make the most money with SEO are not Google Analytics wizards. They just they get the I almost never talk about analytics with any of my colleagues. That's you might find some wins in here, but I don't in the 80-20 of of life of SEO, the 20% of stuff that's going to get you 80% of the results, it's not I haven't logged into analytics in years. I did it to make this video. What I do use is Search Console, but again, that's not everything. But I did notice something weird. Like again, this is for my agency site, Determined Solutions, which I don't use. I don't build links. I don't do it. It's just a contact form. But I did see this, like my impressions are going up. And there's some big spike here in July. And I was like, I thought that was weird. So I'm looking at it and I was like, well, is that a big spike or does it just fluctuate? Because back in 2016, 2018, I was trying to rank for stuff. But like, as you can see here, can we move this? As you can see here, that's the most impressions I've had in 16 months. And I think that's probably because of the YouTube channel. Because I'm making all these videos and then I post them all over. But I don't really talk about Determined Solutions that much. But I do put a link in like the description and stuff. So like, I don't consider that link building. But so I don't know. I do find that interesting. I don't know. What do you think? Like I'm doing nothing. I put 3 pages of. I think I did a video showing an example of auto blogging, and I put like 3 pages of, I don't even remember what I wrote, like AI or something. But so like what I do use Search Console for is, and I do use Search Console. I use Search Console quite a bit, but it's not analytics, right? This is only going to show me Google stuff. It's not going to show me all my traffic. If I'm running PPC, it's not going to show me that. If on sites I do run pay-per-click for, yes, I do have analytics hooked up. But I usually don't look at anything there. I'm usually in the ads manager. So like queries, impressions. So rank tracker. I mean, I made that article like 3 or 4, 5 years ago. So yeah, I'm not ranking for any of those like AI. So I don't know. I have no idea why my impressions are going up. But I do look at Search Console. Search Console is something I look for. I'll look at, I generally will go to pages. And then if I'm like, why is this page ranking, right? Then I'll go to queries, right? And I'll be like, oh, I'm ranking for these terms, right? But I'm obviously not ranking well, but like, I don't care. But on my other sites, I do care. So I do spend time in Search Console. I use analytics almost never. I do use that plugin, WP Statistics. And yeah, so to answer the question, can you make a video talking about what you use for analytics to track where your traffic's coming from? Yeah, usually I spend probably too much time, and that's another thing. Like I use Search Console, but you don't want to go like 80-20 that stuff, right? You don't want to get too crazy on it. And like you want to see like what pages you're ranking for, and then you can also manually check Google or DuckDuckGo and Bing. And then I also use Ahrefs a little bit to see like what I'm ranking for. But other than that, I don't really use analytics. Yeah, GA4 does all types of crazy stuff, but just remember, I'm trying to do this on these websites to make money. And if someone who's a GA4 expert was like, hey, you do these couple things in analytics that'll make you more money, okay, I might be interested in. But I go on experience, and I go with what some of my friends in the industry who are smarter than I am at certain things, and like we're never talking about analytics. So I hope you found that helpful. because at the very least, maybe you just don't waste a whole bunch of time on analytics. Hook up analytics to the site and then just check it occasionally, and don't get too crazy on it, because there were times I would get real crazy with analytics and like it just didn't make me more money. Like I wasted more time. Instead, I could be like researching content to build or links to build or something more useful than analytics. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did and you would like to speak to me personally and have me look at your account, I do have a Clarity account. You can go to Clarity FM. I'll leave a link below to do a video call with me. If you would like to do like a Skype type video call and have me look at your site, ask me questions, you can go here to book a call. If you want, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine also. If you just want to get me to answer a question, you can leave it below in the comments wherever you see this video, and I will answer it. So you could do that for free, obviously. And I would be appreciative of comments there. That's how I made this video. So that's super helpful for me. And yeah, if you need good website hosting, which if you're asking these type of questions, you do. So I'm gonna leave a link below to WPX. They are my favorite hosts. They are who I use for my important sites. And yeah, that's all I have. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.